Good evening or good morning, depending on when you're seeing this. Welcome to Atlanta and welcome back to Calvino's World. What I have for you today is the Atlanta Krog Street Market and Food Hall. Similar to Chelsea Market in New York, Fulton Market in Chicago, Edgewater Public Market in Denver, or Topanga Market in LA. Maybe a little smaller and slightly different than those places, but our version is definitely worth a quick visit if you have never been. Why am I making this video? Well, it's a shame because some of you guys that are here for business for a few days will tell me you simply don't have the time whenever I ask if you've had a chance to explore Atlanta. Speaking of which, right now we're passing through one of Atlanta's local landmarks, which is the Krog Street Tunnel going north of Cabbagetown, which is all part of the Atlanta Beltline, and about to enter the Krog Street Market. For you business travelers that tell me you simply don't have the time, look, be your own boss for a second, have a quick breakout session of your own. This place is literally a 5-10 minute Uber ride from your downtown or midtown hotel. You can walk around, possibly grab something to eat in 30-40 minutes and be back in your hotel room in just under an hour or right at an hour. Or choose to stay longer depending on if you suddenly decide to make the time. And that's not an exaggeration. And it's still true even during rush hour because most of the traffic will be up and down the connector. That's the highway separating downtown and midtown, which you will never need to get on. For you, it's likely local streets for 95% of you downtown and midtown hotels. So what is it? It's an assembly of renovated old buildings and warehouses with a variety of mixed-use businesses, including retail, fitness, food and beverage, etc. So as I described earlier, these kinds of places have popped up in multiple locations throughout different cities in the last 10-20 years, and to me are basically just the next iteration or the grown-up version of what malls used to be to us as teenagers. I know people still hang out at the mall, and I'm not knocking people who are still fascinated with malls, because I realize people come to Atlanta just to go to Lenox Mall, and yes, it is a popular destination, but for me, it's just not my thing and hasn't been for quite some time. That's just me. All right, sorry, got to keep it positive. So actually, the Ponce City Market, which is further up the Beltline, is an even bigger version of the same idea. Many people will go only to Ponce City Market and never quite make it over to Krog Street, which is kind of sad because in reality, you should probably do both and definitely not do one without doing the other. That's just my opinion. And is directed more toward people that are visiting as tourists and may have a little bit more time. All right, so what are some of the shops that you'll find within the complex? Real quick, we'll go through them. Metabolic, innovative interval-based training and endurance fitness, AKT full body dance classes, Wolfgang dog bakery and grooming, the Salty artisanal donut shop and coffee bar, Yala modern Middle Eastern food, the Pour Tap Room, which is a self-service beer bar, Superica, which is a very popular Tex-Mex restaurant with outdoor seating, Specialized Advanced Bikes and Equipment, Soul Food and Culture, Elevated Soul Food, Planta, plant-based restaurant, Patagonia outdoor clothing and destinations, Olay Cuban Kitchen, Crew Sunglasses and Eyewear, Indulge Gourmet Popcorn, Pop City Beer and Wine, Brew Dogs, which is across the street, Bell Street Burritos, and many, many more. In other words, there's enough variety to find something for everyone. Also, keep in mind, this is more than just the buildings with the food hall, which is what most people tend to gravitate to. The buildings on either side of the street actually make up what is officially called the Krog District. And if for some reason you don't find what you like, you can always walk right up the street to Rathburn Steakhouse, just up the Beltline. Go a little further, like another block or so, to the Highland Bakery, one of my favorite breakfast spots in all of Atlanta, which I made a video for previously, linked down below. And all of that is the beginning of a whole new section of restaurants and bars all along the Highland Avenue. Del Bar, Barcelona Wine Bar, Beetle Cat, Soto Italian, the Albert, and others, all of which is adjacent to and connected by the Beltline, which, if you are here as a tourist, meaning you have a little more time, you should also visit or at the very least drive by. So basically, as a tourist or someone new to Atlanta, you could very quickly within 2 hours spend 30 to 40 minutes at Krog, walk another 5 minutes to Highland Avenue, spending another 30 minutes to an hour exploring a different set of bars and restaurants or shopping before reaching the Ponce City Market. Which reminds me, as a visitor or if you're new to this area of Atlanta, you should also take the time to visit some of the surrounding neighborhoods. There are 3 distinct neighborhoods that border Krog District. You can head out 2 minutes in any direction, and the neighborhood changes are quick and wildly different. Inman Park looks nothing like Cabbagetown to the south, and Cabbagetown looks nothing like Old Fourth Ward, and they are all separated by a short walk or scooter ride from the Krog district. Cabbagetown typically has tight little yards with 1,200 square foot homes, while Inman Park, you will find 5,000 square foot Victorian style homes. And Fourth Ward will have a lot more recently built apartment complexes and condos, in addition to a wide variety in sizes of single family homes, and is closer to Ponce City Market in downtown. In the future, as mentioned in the Breakfast at Highland Bakery video, you will eventually be able to hop on the streetcar from downtown, and it will extend over to the Krog district and run up to the Beltline to Ponce City Market, further connecting all the sites we have talked about in this video. Let's hope that happens soon. Okay, that's the future. In the past, the 9-acre site was originally the Atlanta Stove Works, established in the late 1800s. Its heyday was in the 1920s during a time of rapid expansion and industrial demand. However, it was abandoned in 1988 after decades of decline, before being transformed into mixed-use office space with Krog Bar and Rathburn Steakhouse opening in 2004. Tyler Perry had purchased part of the east side land on Krog Street in 2006 for a studio for an estimated original price of $7 million, before later in 2008 moving down to the Greenbrier site in southwest Atlanta and finally settling at the current studio over at Fort McPherson. The conversion to the Krog Street market was initially estimated to cost $70 million. And that's it. We covered a lot, and I don't think I can go over any more than that. I just wanted to help expand your horizons if you are visiting and say you don't have time or are new to the Atlanta area and have yet to fully explore. I hope this video was able to inform or entertain in some way, so if you got anything out of it, please return the love and hit the like button to help me grow the channel. It really does help. And if you had to be going through a difficult time, please remember to get out there and explore for yourself. Live in the moment, live in the now. Take the time to appreciate all the little things and find the joy in life. Tomorrow is never promised. Forget about material matters and simply be grateful for each and every breath. Morning is always a new opportunity, one more chance to start over. And most importantly, just be good to each other. We're all we got. It's really that simple. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.